you want to feel fucking incredible. You want to sleep like a rock, and if you're a man, you want to wake up in the morning as hard as one. You want to perform well in the bedroom and just have an incredible mental and physical state and experience of this life. And the only way to actually optimize for that is by... What's up, guys? This is Jason, Actualization. And in this video today, I'm going to be telling you guys every single thing that you need to know about calories because, quite frankly, as far as I can tell, this is the debate that will never die. And I'm going to put it to rest in this video today. And what I'd like to do is just preface with, quite frankly, a single sentence, a synopsis of sorts, to effectively articulate the biggest picture of this problem of whether or not calories actually count. And here it goes. The if it fits your macros community is correct in regards to the diagnosis. And the keto/carnivore community is correct in insofar as the treatment. And so my approach recognizes the utility of both. It recognizes the truth of the law of the conservation of energy, which quite frankly is the MO. It's the modus operandi of the if it fits your macros IIFYM crowd. What they say is that each gram of protein is 4 kilocalories, each gram of carbohydrate is 4 kilocalories, and each gram of fat is 9 kilocalories. And in spite of the quality of your food choices, as long as the numbers add up and you are in a calorie deficit, then you will lose weight. And that actually is true. So the people in the keto and carnivore community that refute the application of the first law of thermodynamics to the human body are completely and utterly wrong. But quite frankly, what I'd like to do is really honor both sides because they're actually, in a sense, both sides of the same coin. So yes, if it fits your macros, calories are the king, and you gotta bow down to the king. It's always going to be the ultimate arbiter for your weight flux, whether or not you gain, lose, or maintain body weight. That being said, keto and carnivore is great because they recognize the importance of food quality, and that need be bolded, underlined, and italicized. Because if you came to me and I'm health coaching with you one-on-one, I'm gonna tell you to, on the front end, emphasize food quality, because then on the back end, food quantity is going to sort itself out. If you're eating highly processed foods that are riddled chock full of industrial seed oils and added sugars, what that's going to be doing is putting your body in an incredibly unresourceful state. And what that means is that your hormones are going to be out of whack. Your testosterone, your cortisol, your estrogen, your leptin, your ghrelin. This hormonal milieu, this environment is going to be unfavorable from a physiological standpoint. And what that means is that just by default, you're going to be eating more calories because you cannot get enough of what you never actually wanted. The truth is that just like how people are over-caffeinated because they're underslept, people are overfed calorically because they are undernourished in terms of actual micronutrients. So people overeat on macronutrients because they undereat on the micronutrients that would ultimately satisfy them and render them satiated. So that being said, the truth about calories, which by the way is a unit of energy. I mean, the technical definition, what it is, it's the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. So it's really just a unit of energy. Maybe you've heard of joules before. Calories or kilocalories, kcal, those are synonymous, by the way, is just like a joule. And yes, it absolutely does apply to the human body. So if you were to eat processed packaged foods, but you were to eat in a calorie deficit, you will actually lose weight. But what we want to do is lose fat mass and retain FFM, fat-free mass, also known as LBM, lean body mass, our skeletal muscle. That's what's actually going to make you look good, look aesthetic. But I'm assuming you also don't want to just look good. You want to feel good. You want to feel fucking incredible. You want to sleep like a rock, and if you're a man, you want to wake up in the morning as hard as one. You want to perform well in the bedroom and just have an incredible mental and physical state and experience of this life. And the only way to actually optimize for that is by eating whole, minimally processed food, sticking to the perimeter of your grocery store of choice, eating a lot of meat, eggs, emphasizing full-fat dairy, getting plenty of starches to minimize cortisol and maximize free testosterone, maybe some potatoes, white rice, some wild blueberries, pomegranate juice for the antioxidants. These are all very, very important considerations. And so while on the one hand, the If It Fits Your Macros community is right on the diagnosis, the cure or the treatment is not to eat processed packaged foods and to meticulously track your calories so that you can get away with the hot fudge sundae. The answer is to eat an ancestrally appropriate diet, devoid of foods that come in bags, boxes, cans, and containers. The solution is absolutely to eat whole, minimally processed foods. And what keto and carnivore folks do really well is they eat a lot more protein. But the fact that they disregard the utility of calories, which are at the end of the day, the only vote left, truly the only vote left, is a bit of a bummer. But that being said, their general advice is good on the macro. So ultimately, guys, the truth, as it so often does, lies somewhere in the middle. Let's recognize the utility of calories, but within that, realize that if we don't want to, if this stresses you out, you don't have to track calories to be at a lean body weight and to be healthy. But if you do want to get leaner, if you do want to chase aesthetics, you are a fitness enthusiast, you want to get much leaner than you are right now, and up until this point in time, you've just been eating intuitively and you've already dialed in your food quality, then that's the time to start tracking your portions. And there's a number of different methods that you can employ to do this. You could do time-restricted feeding. You could do portion control in some form or fashion. You could do calorie counting down to the gram. You could weigh all of the food that you consume. The highest level is actually what I do. And I do it because not only is it the highest level, is it better than the options that preceded it that I just mentioned. It's actually easier. Like eating the same thing every day not only ensures that your calorie consumption is conserved, it's more accurate than counting calories because it accounts for the plus or minus 20%, which I know sounds crazy, but plus or minus 20% accuracy that is inherent to nutritional labels. And so at the end of the day, to be happy, healthy, and at a good lean body weight, it just requires intuitive eating, which is best facilitated by consuming whole foods. But if you want to get leaner, don't let anybody fool you guys. You got to track your calories in some form or fashion. That's it for today. I love you guys very much. Drop a comment down below. What do you feel about calories? Where do you come down on this debate? Do you have a history of tracking calories? By the way, I should have mentioned this. I've been tracking macros for over a decade. I literally used to have multiple scales and I would weigh myself every single day on both of them, chart my weight autistically in an OCD fashion on a Microsoft Excel sheet, look at the slope of the linear regression equation and cross-reference that with food that I had weighed down to the gram. So I have a lot of personal experience with this. There's a lot of theory, but also a lot of rubber meets the road. Like I've literally fleshed this out for over a decade of my life. And I'm very confident, extremely confident in the information that I've given you guys today. You can hang your hat on it and rest assured that this is indeed how it works. Guys, I love you all very much. Thanks for checking out today's video. And as always, friends, until next time, find your freedom. Take care, guys. Peace.